never get free. Lamb to the slaughter, what you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes.
Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Female Deku was Shoto Todoroki's twin sister, part 7 I believe. And no, it's 8. It's definitely 8. Okay, cool. Sorry, my phone updated and they changed everything, how it swipes screens, everything, so I'm having to readjust to this new setting. We're going to go through a little bit of information. Judging by the poll, yeah, maybe I dragged out a little too much, but the tournament that Luna just finished with Bakugo is sorry, let me think was what was it called? There it is. That was at the regional level. And the high school tournament are in national level, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, the high school would be in the blast. Sorry, the cork blast tournament would be at nationals in high school. So we're gonna do it this way. So we're gonna cut to you know. Sorry, we're going to cut to the Yazirozi residence. I just totally forgot her last name for some reason. But as we cut to, her father reading reading some paperwork, as Momo's, reading a book. As some time has passed, it's like it's like pretty. It's the end of middle school. It's pretty much a couple days. It'll be the end of middle school. As now small pause. Sorry, small pause. But UI doesn't happen after high school. But I think I'm going to throw in the Sludge villain incident in here, in between. So I got some ideas for the high school stuff. So as we continue, as she's talking to father, do you have the employee under the name of Sashi Midoriya? As he puts down his paperwork, as he's like, yeah. Why do you speak of it, daughter? She's like, does that man have a daughter named Luna Midoriya? As he's like, yeah, I believe so. He's mentioned it a couple times. As whatever brief conversation I have with him when I have free time, he seems pretty he's a good worker. As he's like, why are you speaking of this? Like, why did you bring it up? He's like, I want you to transfer I want you to transfer her to my sorry. Let me put that at no disturb so that doesn't happen again. I want you to transfer her to the high school I'm going to. As her father's curious. Why would it? As he's like, why would you do that? As he's trying to get information out of her. And she's like, you're trying to get information out of me, Dad. That's funny. Very well. I'll just straight up tell you. I'm quite fond of that girl, so I would appreciate you to put her in my same high school so I could keep an eye on her. As Momo is, serious. She's like, very well, daughter. Actually, It's a good idea actually. I was thinking about doing that anyways because how well he's been doing in the company. As you know, his like slogan, whatever. It's like the Midori. They basically tell you. They basically just slogan at the end of it. It's like we treat you all like family or something like that. So good PR for him. And he actually enjoys such a company. So they have friendly conversations. All right. As we cut to like the next, let's say the next couple days. As it's the last day of school. As they ask, what's your, as the teacher walks in, it's like, what's your future career? Like, I have all your future career papers, forms, I guess you would call it, for your future career outside of high school when you finish, high school. As it's like, why bother you? I know you all want to be in the hero track. Says, he throws the papers up in the air like normal. As Luna, doesn't really pay attention to that. She thinks it's like, she thinks the teacher's an idiot, but, she doesn't say anything because, she has respect. So, as Bako does his speech, he's like, you guys, you're nothing but extras. I don't know how it goes. It's been a while since I've seen that part of the anime. He's like, sorry, let me think about this, how that happened, because I don't know. I'm bad, guys. I'll just wing it. As he's like, you losers think you're gonna get into UA with your pathetic quirks. Only one a chance of getting UA is me, of course, and Snow White over there. The rest of you, you'll be lucky enough to get psychic roll as a B ranker hero. As the class is kind of mad. As he sits up. It's like, what? I like seeing you losers try. As he picks up the paperwork. As he sets it down on the table. As the teacher's kind of shocked by this. This is mostly Luna's influence. As she's like, all right. As the end of the class goes off, as Bucko's like, huh, Snow White, wait, got any plans after school? And she's like, nah, I gotta get home. And it's like, right on. He wanted to go to arcade or something, but he's gonna go anyways, regardless. So they split off. As we'll cut to the canon scene. Yeah, I definitely kind of dragged that on. This series on. If I already did, like, this is my 8th episode, so yeah, maybe I had to drag it a bit on. I was just trying to add a new arc into it, make it more, different. So let's continue. And she sees, she knows the manhole. She's like, she thinks nothing of it as she feels something slimy trying to grab on her leg as she jumps backwards, as it's the Sludge villain. As he's like, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that freak was here. Hey, kid, nothing personal, but I need that body of yours. As Luna looks disgusted at it, it's like, you're not touching me nowhere. You're like, you're not gonna touch me with those, whatever you are. I don't want to have to don't want to have to take 8 baths just to get your filth off me. That's Sludge Run to get irritated. It's like stop resisting. It'll go a lot easier. I'm gonna use your body as a meat puppet. As he goes into get in to latch on to Luna. As Luna smiles, as she unleashes, her fire at her full force right now that she can, what she's able to. As the Sludge villain is frozen, as All Might's like, his eyes were kind of shocked as she's like, I seen that attack. As, he's like, don't fear, I am, like, he goes like, don't fear, I am here, all that, stupid stuff that I'm not going to do, imitate because I suck at it. So, as All Might does his iconic line, tool, but, sorry. But he's like, huh, young Midoriya, you did, fine work there. As, she looks past, sees All Might, and she's like, oh, you. As she begins to talk, before you say, use my quirk in public, all that law stuff, this thing attacked me, self-defense. If there's nothing else, I'm a go. And she's like, All Might's like, wait, I would like your assistance in here. Can you like unfreeze him so I could bottle him up? As she's like, as she breaks, she goes back as she conjures ice, a ice staff. As she beats on the Sludge, frozen Sludge villain. As almost like, what are you doing? Stop that, young lady. As it's already done. And she's like, huh. As she has, an old, coffee mug. Not an old coffee mug, but, she had a jar. This was her for her plot. As, she puts it in the jar. No, scratch that. Yeah, let's just say, sorry, guys. As she smashes it, as she's like, I guess, I suggest you bring a bigger bag. As she's like, as she walks off, as she's like, because she was a little bit irritated about how All Might, kind of asked for help, but, as, All Might's like, oh, yeah, she's definitely Todoroki. Even though she changed her last name. But, All Might knows, but that attitude might be, that little temper could be a problem. She could be, as, he's quarantined the area and getting to Sludgeville, and as, people more show up to carry the rest of it, because, she smashed it, but not all the way to the little pieces, but, he called some people to get, clean up, so, wait for it to melt eventually. As All Might's like, she's a one of the candidates possibly could pass on my quirk, as he's thinking in his head, but I'm not giving her the quirk. I'm just adding, for plot wise, so that's her story. So we're gonna do a okay, sorry guys. I lost train of thought. As she gets home, as the day progressed to the next day, as she gets up. As there's some school clothes on the table in plastic, not non-open. As Luna sits down and she's drinking some tea that Inko made. As she's like, "What's this?" "It's your school uniform, dear." "No, wrong colors." And I don't remember applying to a spoiled rich school kid, spoiled rich kid school. As she's as Nico looks at her as she sighs. It's like, Asashi called me last night. You're you sorry, your father's boss was adamant about transferring you to one of the better schools for high school this year. He was very adamant that you go to the same school as his daughter, as Luna's like his daughter, as Luna's like, what's his daughter's name? Her name, and she's like Momo Yaderozu, she puts her tea down cup, and she's like, you're telling me father works with the Yaderozus? And she's like, yeah, I thought I told you that. She's like, no, all you said was dad was working overseas, and that's all information I got out of you. And she's like, oh, my apologies. And she smiles. As she doesn't normally get a leg up on her daughter, but she takes it when she can. Because she still has, she might have been, she might be, her last name might be Midoriya, but she still has that, superior aura around her, being, a Todoroki by blood. So, and she's like, of course, she would do something like that. As Inka's like, what was that? Nothing, mother. Oh, I'll see you later. As she goes, I'm going back to, she's going to go back to her room. Oh, I'm rambling words now. As we cut to, time skip over, to the first day of, high school. Now, there's no second sludge incident because, there's no reason to. Because, of the, where it's, sorry, I've already, established friendship between the main character and, Bakugo, so, there really no need for that. So as we cut to her getting dressed, as she gets like, as she's irritated because she doesn't like the colors, and she's like, as she goes down, as her mother sees her, she's like, huh, try not to try not to freeze anyone today. And she's like, I don't freeze people. As Inka's like, dear, seriously? You already, you already fear mockered your whole school, your middle school into fearing you. So, as Luna's like, they're bickering back, not like viciously, but that's for fun, because they like to mess with each other, I guess. Friendly banter at each other. And she's like, all right, dear, you're going to be late for school. As she takes whatever route she needs to do to get to the rich people school. So, it's going to be interesting with, Shoto there and everything. So, as everyone in their seats, as, the class starts, as, Luna opens the door, as Shoto sees her, as Momo's smiling. Because, that's her doing. As teachers, you must be the recent last addition to the classroom. Please introduce yourself. She's like, I am Luna Midoriya. As where's my seat, Sensei? As she gets straight to the point. And she's like, there's a seat between Shoto over there and Momo. As yet again, Momo's influence. So, I'm not saying she bribed the teacher, but I'm not saying she didn't. So, as she sighs, like, of course, as she sits down between them, as Luna opened a book, as she looks, she looks she looks at, Momo, not Momo, yeah, Momo, out of side of her corner of her book. And she's like, I know you had everything to do with this, Momo. And she's like, me? Never. I would never abuse my family's influence to get you transferred to a new school and put in the same classroom. And between me and Shoto over here, never. As she says that sarcastically. As Luna kind of smirks a little bit, and she's because she got she got booted in, so she got in that situation without even knowing it. So she's like, as she goes back to her book, as she's like, in the classroom. As Momo and Shoto sees sees Luna walking, out the door because it's the end of the school day. As Lulu and not Lulu, sorry, Momo and Shoto are talking. They're like, she would make a definitely, good member for our for the Cork Blast tournament this year at the Nationals. As Shoto says, yeah, she would be an asset, but you haven't really guessed. We have sister issues. And she's like, that's beyond sister issues. That's beyond. She basically ignored you, your existence, the whole time she was there. As she's just like, it's not like you didn't enjoy it. I saw you smirking the whole time. And she's like, don't know what's going on between you and my sister, but I don't want to hear it. As she walks off. As she waves, as her car pulls up. As we're gonna stop it there. Yeah, we're gonna stop it there. Because I have to be at work pretty soon, so hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. Alright, bye.